All right, to another episode of Choice Only. I'm still on vacation, so we got a couple fill-ins this week. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode. You'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. I'm back for vacation this week, so I can start refocusing my energy on this show and the Itty Bitty podcast. If you've been following the show and liking the show, make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and share, and head over to ittybittypodcast.com to check out all the latest episodes of Choice Nugs Only and the Itty Bitty podcast. Now, without further ado, let's get to the smoking and bullshitting with Choice Nugs Only. Tune in, smoke out. Welcome to the Mostly Bitches, Female Empowerment, Choice Nugs Only Vacation Special Part 2.
Mostly bitches.
Well, does that include you?
You're a bitch.
I said mostly bitches.
Uh-huh.
I think it's him.
You just walked into that.
He's mostly a bitch.
Yeah, well, this is Choice Nugs Only on Vacation Part 2. That's how you say two in Spanish?
No.
I'm
Dose.
just kidding.
What the fuck?
Aren't you?
Are you drunk?
I'm
already?
fucking around. Well, no, the last time we had the podcast, it was before we were going out drinking. I had like a drink with lunch, and then I had a beer after that. I've been drinking all day. What are you talking about?
Just what you said was weird. That's all.
You have to talk closer to the mic. You've been on the show long,
What are you
like
talking about? I can
plenty
hear
of times.
fine. I think it's fine.
Thank
What
you for
up,
that.
y'all?
Thank you for that.
I don't have room.
So yeah, before the last episode we did was when we were about to go out, and we were all fucking baked, and then we went out. We were supposed to do it after, and I don't think I could have done it after.
Well, we said we might, depending on how the night went, and the night did not go that way.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry didn't come out, so
Jerry?
Jerry is Perry's alter ego when he gets hammered. Jerry, he's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Jerry's like not fun.
No, he's
not a fun guy. He's not like the hey, let's go. He's just kind of like loud and obnoxious.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
For
He
sure.
yells a lot.
You've met him.
before.
You just didn't know
Yeah.
the name yet, so.
But I didn't turn into that. But the next day, I mean, fuck. I just couldn't. I couldn't exist for the life of me. I threw up 4 fucking times. And then like 4 o'clock, between 3 and 4 is when I finally got up. And I was like done feeling like that. But I was just hungover the rest of the day. That shit fucking sucked.
Yeah, you cannot party hard anymore.
No. That was like the second time I drank after turning 31.
It's hard getting old, man.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What predictions for the game tonight? We've already talked about this, right?
Not really, actually. I mean, a little
we
bit,
talked
but it is
about-
Tennessee. Patriots don't usually play Tennessee, and
Well, they had spring training with them, and Mike Vrabel is the coach.
right.
So they've got that. But
Never underestimate Tom Brady when he's under pressure, man.
Well, yeah, it's
He's
playoffs.
getting old, though.
He
he's
definitely
old as
is.
fuck,
Yeah, people have been saying that for
Yeah,
years. And then
I
he
mean-
wins another
Whole-
Super Bowl, and it's like, oh,
He's a
he'll
whole
never
nother
do another
person.
season, and then he does another season.
I know. I just like, it's got to stop at some point. But
It will, but hopefully he'll retire with grace.
hopefully. This is
Not like
sad.
Brett Favre
How old
or
is he
something.
now? Like 40-something? 3?
40. Well, they have him signed until he's like 41, 42, I think.
I thought he was...
He's at least 41, but I thought 42.
Maybe I'll Google.
I don't know.
I'm going to find out.
But yeah, he's a different player in the playoffs. He'll get his head straight, and they'll, they're home, so they have a good
He's 40.
chance.
He's 42.
See, I was right, 42.
And he's
42.
6'4"? Damn, I didn't realize he was that tall.
He's a tall motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. His
And
birthday's
he's a
in
Leo.
August.
Do you believe in all that shit?
Yeah.
You do. You're in a
I
couple
like
cults.
astrology. I'm not
You're in the
a
essential
cult.
oil
not
cult,
cult.
and
That's
then
not a cult. Religion's a cult.
religion is a cult. But I mean,
So it's okay for most people to do that.
this
I can't
shit's a
like
cult.
astrology.
This podcasting is a cult. I mean, if there's people that listen to me and subscribe to it, that's a fucking cult.
I mean,
go out and kill your hamsters.
Let's not talk about kittens and bags here, all right?
Oh, I listened to that when you guys talked about that. I was going to watch that. Well, no, I don't think I want to watch that.
No.
It's a good documentary.
They don't actually show anything.
But I actually I think I watched the video way back when it came onto the internet. It's
that
pretty
doesn't
fucked.
surprise me.
Well, I mean, when you're younger and you have the internet, you have access to the internet, you watch all types of shit. I mean, you don't do it like, it's when you continue to watch it. Like if I was still watching beheading videos to this day, then it'd be fucking weird. But like when you're younger, you're like, yeah, let's see what the fuck this is about. You know, you go on Live Leak and you look at some shit, some fucking ISIS people cutting some fucking heads off.
What the
Must
fuck?
be a boy thing. I never got into that.
No?
Did you?
No.
I never did either.
Yeah.
Faces of Death. You don't remember Faces of Death?
What's that?
It was like videos I think it was like on VHS. And it was just like videos of people dying. They would be like...
Definitely didn't do that.
No? That was just...
You're doing a podcast with bitches, remember?
Oh, that's right. This is the Female Empowerment Hour. So we should be talking about tampons and what type of linens we should have in the kitchen, correct?
Fuck off.
What?
He thinks he's funny. Yeah.
Anyway.
Although you don't think you're a man, so...
Why?
What did we say in the
like
car? There was a funny moment in the car earlier.
Oh, I said something about being a man. I was like, if I was a man, something
I'd be driving. So I was driving, and
I don't know,
you were saying something about women doing something, or men having a big brain, or
we're
something.
We're talking about men and women brains.
Yeah, whatever. And he's like, if I said something, and he was like, if I was a man, I'd be driving, and he wasn't driving. So he was calling himself not a man.
Yeah.
It's funny.
By old gender
funny.
standards, I would be, But
right.
It's 2020, and we share gender roles in this household. Okay.
Yes, I know we do.
2020 started off with a bang, dude. Literally, we're like about to head into World War III, and the memes are fucking hilarious. I love them. Internet's fucking has no chill. But yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of
Yeah, I haven't either.
Because you're not on Twitter, dude. Twitter's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't.
I
gotta get on Twitter.
I don't tweet.
I've had to start learning because of the podcast, but yeah, there's some funny ass shit on there. But I'm not smart enough to really understand what's going on, so
yeah.
I'm just like, of course, everybody on one side says it's one way, and then everybody else says it's the other way, and everybody thinks they're right. I don't know. I just know
the internet
how to smoke
goes.
weed. That's why you come here. You come here to smoke weed.
Yeah.
And not learn shit. But yeah. So anyway, we could have. That's all you have to say about it. You're not. No, nothing. No input.
I'm not really in the mindset to talk about politics.
I wasn't talking about politics. World War III. We're talking about war.
That's war has to do with politics.
Somebody said some shit that was pretty funny though. They were like, "How are they going to retaliate? Like, if we don't send troops over there, how are they going to retaliate?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much. They train on a fucking jungle gym. Like, how are they going to get over here? Just like leave them over there, and then leave our troops here. We have water on both sides,
There you go.
But then again, I'm just a fucking stoner, so that's all I know. Anywho, anything else new?
Not really.
I don't have anything like lined up. You're supposed to like. I'm supposed to set them up, and you're supposed to.
When I listen to your podcast, I'm always.
You have to talk closer. I'm watching your levels, and they're nowhere near where they need to be.
Sorry, I need to get on your level. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, when I tell you to keep the mic
like
a certain space, like certain way, it's for a reason.
I can hear myself.
Well, it's because you talk very loudly in your head, but like you talk loud all the time until now.
I thought I did.
And now you're just like,
this is my normal speaking voice, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I told a Christina story on the podcast before about did we talk about the pimp on the podcast? Have you listened?
Yeah, you told that one too, and his version of telling it and my version of telling it are two completely different things. And when I listen to your podcast, I'll be like, that's not how it happened,
well,
man.
that's the thing. I'm
talking
trying to
myself
remember.
in the car.
I'm trying to remember shit. Like all my
Yeah.
friends are like, "Oh, I want to do a podcast with you." It's like, well, yeah, that's because you probably remember the shit better than I do. I'm just gonna tell it the way I remember it, and in every way that I remember it, it's like it favors me. You know, I'm gonna say it in a favorable way.
I feel like
Yes.
everybody says that
Yes.
about you, though. That
So-
you don't tell the stories right.
Well, that's
Exactly.
because I was fucked up for most of them.
Yeah, like with the golf cart story at your wedding. Listen, you made it sound really bad. There was no damage to that golf cart.
There was a
okay?
crack.
And I did not hit. You made it sound like I smashed right into the wall. I like
You
grazed. I
smashed.
sliced.
You took out a tree.
You took
Oh, it
out
was
a
a bush.
You,
It was a bush.
you got the
And
A
it
golf,
went
large
right
bush.
back in. It was fine.
you got the golf cart stuck on the
bush.
on a bush after
There
There was a
Smash-
bunch of
wall.
bushes. It
after
was like
after
a bunch
bound-
planted in a row.
after ricocheting off
I
the
didn't
stone
know.
wall.
That's not what happened. Fake news.
That's exactly what happened. We need to get
what-
Ned Stark
What
on the
happened
podcast.
was the brakes were not working, and the golf cart didn't turn very well. So I was trying to turn, but it just
And you
wasn't
plowed
working.
into
But
a row
I
of-
didn't.
And it was like 5
Chairs.
o'clock in the
But
morning. And you were wasted.
I kind of grazed the side of the golf cart along the stone wall. Like I scraped it like all the way. That's what happened.
No, you hit it though.
No, I didn't.
You hit it
I hit it
enough
on the
to
side.
where, yeah, like you
Like,
ricocheted. It wasn't like a direct hit, but you still cracked the windshield.
No, the windshield wasn't cracked.
Pretty sure it was cracked.
I'm pretty sure
These
you just
These
made
fucking
that up.
vaporizers are so shitty. They don't fucking work.
I don't
like,
feel.
it works
Yeah,
for like
it's
two,
hard for me to.
works for 2
figure out if
hits
I
and then
even
it
get a
doesn't
hit
work.
on
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
fucking annoying. I need to get it.
Yeah, so that's what happened. I mean, there was a faulty guy. I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." He was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I
Oh,
was
he
like,
was wasted
"That shit's
too.
fucking hard to steer. I'm not that drunk."
Yeah,
We had
kept-
to pick,
Allegedly.
we all had to pick that shit up. Like,
Well,
We're
we
talking
had
about
to
my
take it off
wedding.
the bush, but it still drove. It was
Hold
just
on.
stuck on the bushes.
for people who haven't listened to, you have to go back and listen. But we're talking about my wedding. At the wedding, we had this
your
guy.
wedding.
Well, yeah. Well, you're usually not on the show. So our wedding, and there was this guy who sounded like Ned Stark, and we got him drunk. And told him he didn't have to have any
I
responsibility.
don't remember him sounding like he was Ned Stark.
You don't remember? We kept having him say "Winter is coming."
He had an accent.
We had him say it about
I
15
think I remember
times.
the accent. I don't know.
Yeah, he sounded just
love
like
Game
what
of
Ned
Thrones.
Stark, except for the last season.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But he,
yeah.
do you remember?
Yeah, it was terrible.
He asked
They
if he
wrapped
could
it
chug
up
that bottle
horribly.
of wine.
I don't think I was around for that part. I was
Oh, the
probably
chugging?
chasing, Lindsay around the lake or
Oh, yeah, you were
Trying
trying,
to get
take her
James
off of
out.
my
to put his clothes back on. Hurricane
Hurricane
James.
Yeah, dude. But the
Let's go skinny dipping. He's the only person in the lake. Like, what are you doing?
he kept walking into
There
other
were a
people's
few
houses
people.
naked. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Did he? No, we didn't.
Well, the houses, because all the houses looked the same. And I remember watching him walk into one of the wrong houses at one point, like, and coming back out. And he was just ass naked. He was like, whoops, wrong one.
What? When was this?
At some
I
point.
don't remember that either.
But I'm trying to think of,
Must not have been there.
oh, yeah, the chugging. So
I don't remember.
you weren't there for
I
that?
don't
He had a
think so.
bottle, like one of those big bottles of wine. Like, usually the bigger the bottle of wine, the shittier it is. And so he had one of those.
1.5 liter.
And he's like, he says it in his Ned Stark. Do you guys think I can chug us? That's not a very good Ned Stark.
No, it's not.
But he asked if he thinks we could chug it. I'm like, nah, man. Like, don't chug that. Like, you don't need to chug that. And then he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And then he's like, all right. And I'm like, actually, fuck it, just chug it. So he starts chugging it, and he got a pretty good dent. He didn't finish it. And he puts the bottle down and like immediately stumbles
Wasted.
into the fucking wall. Like, that was what started him on the path to letting you take the golf cart. Because one of the first things I told him was not to let you influence him in any way.
I don't know. You make it sound like I'm such like a
You
bad
used to be out
influencer.
of control. I mean, I'm just.
I was never that bad. Listen, I always was reining you in. That's how
I
I
believe
remember
that.
everything.
She told me when I moved to the West Coast that I became a pussy or something like that. She was
Soft.
like-
Yeah, he
she
did
said
get soft.
I got soft. Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
when you're running around as an adult doing the things I was doing as a teenager and when early 20s, I don't think you can get away with that.
Right.
Usually they like put you in jail. So
Probably.
for like doing dumb shit.
Mhm.
So
I had to.
what are
rein
you
him
gonna
in a
do?
little.
Yeah, when I first started dating Amy, I had a mass hole T-shirt. It was like one of those like novelty masshole t-shirts, and I was at a bar and some guy talked shit about the Patriots because we were doing karaoke and he did it on the mic, and so like I got up on the mic and I started talking shit to the dude and I fucking ripped my shirt off. And yeah,
well, you did that in the parking lot.
Yeah,
You
see,
didn't
I
rip
fucked
your
up.
shirt
See,
off?
this is I fucked up.
But
I
you
fucked up
totally
story details. But I
Hulk
did.
style
I did Hulk style, like rip my
ripped
shirt
it
off,
in
like,
half.
like Hulk smash, like let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah, I had to like demand him to get into the car or I would break up with him.
Over the Patriots. Never would I do that
What
ever again. Yeah.
is wrong with you?
I was fucking young and like, you know.
That was in
You
the
just
beginning
ripped
of
your
our-
shirt. Oh, you think you're cool?
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
That's when I was like,
Why? Would
mm.
you just because you talk shit?
He
Was he
talked shit
that
about the
rude?
Patriots. I don't know.
And then he saw him again when we were going outside.
I thought he was being disrespectful. So, and then I didn't help that I was living with Andre and he was egging me on like every fucking minute. He was like,
Yeah, I mean, he's not the best of influences.
No, the three of you with Day.
He has been known to be a little hot-headed himself.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
add that in, and it was not a good mix. But anyway.
Well, you were with Andre the time you fell off the wall and smashed your.
Oh yeah, I had this big like welt on my ass, and I don't know where it came from. Like literally,
No, you know where it came from. You fell
Ouch.
off a wall.
oh yeah, I do know where it came from, but I don't know
Yeah.
how it got that big. That's the part I don't know.
Because I think the fall was pretty significant.
But I didn't know in the morning.
Oh.
That's what I meant to say. Because in the morning
Gotcha.
I was like, and then I was telling the story to you, and Andre was like, I asked some dude for a cigarette, and I was sitting on this wall, and the guy handed me the cigarette, and I just fell backwards, and I landed directly on my ass. And so when
Was
I
it
woke,
high
Better
up?
than your head.
it was like, I mean, what? How tall? Like 5 feet.
Mm.
Like, so yeah, pretty big. And then like, woke up the next day, and I couldn't see. Obviously, it was my ass. I touched my ass because I was kind of sore, and I had like a welt, like it was like a fucking lump. And I was like, Amy, look at this shit. And she saw it. She's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. And then I had to talk to Andre and figure out what the fuck happened. So
And he told you you fell off,
I fell off a wall.
Humpty Dumpty had a
Yeah.
big fall.
yeah,
Totally.
I did a lot of dumb
Did you ever
shit.
tell the story of Andre when you brought him to Boston for St. Patrick's Day?
Which part? I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
think.
Didn't he get
Sandwich.
all fucked up and yell
Oh
at
yeah,
people?
we
or
took him
something?
into Boston, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and Boston does St. Patrick's Day big. They shut down all the streets and shit, and all of the subway stations were closed. Is that what was going on? Like half
I
the
don't
states.
fucking know. You tell me.
Well, half the subway
you weren't
stations were
there.
cold, so
No.
we started walking, and so we had to walk from like one side of Boston to the other, and so we were fucking cold. So by the time we got to the bar, everybody was just ready to drink, and nobody had really eaten, and so we got to the first bar and started drinking, doing shots, and he didn't like the waitress's attitude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Why? Was she a bitch?
no, she was fucking busy. So he didn't like
Andre's
her.
sensitive.
She didn't like he didn't like her attitude, so he refused to eat. He refused to get anything from her. So I was like, all right, we'll go to the next place. We go to the next place and we start drinking. We're drinking, and I almost got into a fight. Remember some dude asking me about his jacket? He kept asking me about his jacket, and he came back like 3 or 4 times.
What about his jacket?
He asked me if he could check that to see if his jacket was with our jackets, because we had just gotten there and put all our jackets together. And I was like, your jacket's not with our jackets, man. We just got here. There was no jacket on the seat. And he kept coming back to ask, and he was hella drunk. So I basically, told him to fuck off, and he got like offended. It was a little dude. Then there was a bunch of us. So that was the first thing that happened. And we're drinking. I forget which bar we were at, but he ended up getting kicked out. So I go outside, and the bouncers are like, "You're
Who
not."
got kicked out? Andre or
yeah.
the guy?
Andre.
So Andre got kicked out, and
It was like more of like a nightclub kind of.
yeah, it was like more
Why?
of a.
Because he was fucked up.
Well, he went outside. He walked outside, and they were gonna let him back in, but he started talking shit to the bouncer for no reason. The bouncer was like, "Yo, your friend's fucked up," and he just kept talking shit. So I'm like, "Hey," so Tom helped me grab him and got him with me, and we get him to like somewhere else. We go to get him some food. And at this point, it's like, it's cold as fuck. So we get him to one of the street meat stands, get him a steak and cheese sub. and he's fucking eating it. And then we lost me, right? I think I got lost.
We lost me.
And
then suddenly I was
I'm trying
lost.
to like piece this shit together because it was St. Patrick's Day. I got lost, separated from somebody, trying to find everybody. And then at
right,
one
because you had
point,
told the guys to keep an eye on me, and then we were trying to all find each other, but then somehow you got...
that's what it
maybe
was.
you were
We
trying
got
to find
separated
us.
trying to find you guys.
Yeah.
And we're walking down the street, and he's just fucked up. And I can't remember if he's taking it out or putting it in, but he's got a steak and cheese sub, and it's in his pocket. And
In
he's
the inside
in the
jacket
inside
pocket.
jacket pocket. And
And he's wearing your mom's gloves.
Oh, he did. He put it in there. He put it in. He's got my mom's gloves on. And then later in the day, we're fucking sitting down. We order hella food, and we're eating. And he's got his jacket. And he just opens his jacket, pulls the other half of his sub out. Like completely forgot about it until we got back from fucking Boston. But yeah, that was a long ass fucking day.
I think he was
Didn't you tell me he was like yelling, "Yo, I'm from Oakland"?
Yeah, he kept yelling that he was yelling that
that
he
was across the street
Oakland,
from
yeah.
like Dick's or whatever.
I don't give a fuck. I'm from Oakland.
Yeah.
He was trying to
That
start
sounds
some
like-
shit.
Yeah.
But those
No,
are the
fuck
gloves that he was wearing.
Yeah. My mom's like red. My mom's like red leather gloves.
They remind me of like Ronald McDonald, like
Oh
something
my
that
God,
Ronald
that's
McDonald would wear. They're like red.
It looks like if Ronald McDonald murdered his wife Nicole and he was OJ. That's the type of
if
glove.
Ronald McDonald murdered
They look like
his
the
wife,
OJ gloves, but
Nicole.
they're like the
Oh.
Ronald McDonald color.
Version. And then I think he
Um,
was falling asleep on the subway on the way home.
Yeah, I mean everybody falls asleep on the
That's
subway
happened.
on the way home.
I mean,
from
yes,
fucking-
can be such a long ride.
Especially when you're drunk.
That's one time. I think it was back when I was like 21, and I really liked Lady Gaga back then. She was like big back then.
like in your life.
Well, I mean, that's when she was like really big, like when she first started
right.
making like big music and stuff. And then, you know, like people go to her concerts and they dress up as like all crazy. I don't know, what do they call them? I don't know. Monsters. Her little monsters or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So me and my two girlfriends, we went to Boston and we got all like dressed up and stuff, and we saw that. But we were all like 21, 22.
Good story, bro.
So we got fucked up. And when we got back to the Braintree station, as soon as I got off the T, I puked like all over the platform.
How late do those trains run now? Are they still till?
They're still the same time.
I thought they
go
go till.
2?
Don't they go later though?
1?
But when I first was out
You
here,
have to
it was
be on the
like-
train by a certain time or you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. You
stuck
gotta
in
take
the
like
city.
an Uber.
Yeah. And that
Um,
shit's gonna be expensive.
we when you go to.
I don't know. I'm not responsible when I go into Boston. I don't know how any of the subway systems work. I have a horrible sense of direction. Someone has to lead me. Someone has to make sure we get back to where we came from.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, it's like at night in Boston. That's like a whole different fucking. Because most people are drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they have like some serial killer type shit happening where like dudes were going missing and it was like the same MO, like fucking young dude
At the
after a
bar.
Celtics game.
Yeah.
drunk.
Something like that. But there was also, I think that was more recent, but I remember hearing the same thing about like women going missing from like a club. Like one chick was found like, I don't know, 2 states over, like bound and gagged in a closet or something like that. And then like they found another girl's body like in a trunk. She was dead. And they were both like at a club with their
Getting
friends, and then all of a
fucked up.
sudden their friends don't know where they are.
Yeah, because when you're fucked up, you're like
And
you
they're
don't think
gone,
about it
and
until
you're
the next
fucking
day.
dead.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you have to stay together
Yeah.
when you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People always
This
think
one-
stuff won't happen to you, but don't
this
let
one
strangers bring you
loves-
drinks, and don't fucking go off with people like dumbasses.
This
Stay with your
one,
friends.
my wife over here, when she
Aw.
gets mad, that's her fucking go. It pisses me off. When
What?
she
She
her
walks
go-to
off?
when she gets drunk and mad, like, is I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna storm off, and then I have to fucking chase her. Like she walked out of a house party one time. I had no idea she was leaving. She just got mad at me, and she storms by. This is years ago, obviously. Like, she storms by. And she just walks outside. I have to follow her downstairs. There's like an AA meeting getting out across the street, across from a bar. So there's all types of shady
Irony.
motherfuckers. Like,
it's a great place to have it, right?
well, no, I mean,
Get out
like,
of AA. That's
yeah, that's just the place that like they have it. But so that's getting out. There's a bunch of sketchy fucking tweakers that are running around downtown too. So she just
Is this in
takes off.
Brockton?
Well, pretty might as well be where we live. It's called Shelton. It's like fucking East Bumfuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so he no, because I'm thinking about the guy that walked upstairs, because she storms out, and as I was walking out of the house party, you're making a lot of noise over there.
You are.
I can just edit that out. I did that for you.
You never will do that. You always say you're going to, and you don't. Lies.
I do if it's like a significant one. But anyway, yeah, that's her fucking go-to move is I'm going to storm out and like I have to chase her down. And it pisses me off because it's like, dude, that's not safe. Like that's so fucking dangerous to do.
It's true.
So it pisses me off when she does that shit. Because if I don't see her, like she's gone.
Right.
Like there was one time she walked. Oh fuck! I can't believe she's not here for this. She walked. I was so mad. I had to like drive to. This is when we first were like dated. We were younger, and I forget where the fuck she walked to, but I had to drive to go get her, and she was so fucking. That's what she did. She left the house. Yeah, she'll remember fucking more than I will. I suck at telling this story because I don't remember a lot of this shit. But we got in a fight about something. We got home, and she wanted to go back out, and we had been drinking. I was like, Amy, we're not going out. Like we just got back. We're fucking drunk. Like let's just stay home. So she thinks that she's gonna walk and leave. So I was in the room with Andre. Like Andre had stopped by the house, and we're talking bullshitting. And I'm like, where is she? And I go out. She's not in the living room. She's not in the fucking backyard. She's nowhere to be seen. She takes off. So I call her and I'm like, where are you? And she tells me where she's at. She's like, I don't know how she did it, but she was a couple miles away. Like she hoofed it. So I had to get in the car, fucking drunk, go drive and get her and find where she was. She's like down on a main road walking to go.
Jesus.
It's nighttime. And she was just like, and I picked her up and she's like, I wanted to go out. I'm like, you're such a fucking asshole, dude. So yeah, she doesn't do it anymore, but she used to do it all the time and it pissed me off. But she's not here to defend herself, so I feel bad making fun of her. She was just here. She went to take a shit, I think. But yeah.
Anyways, public service announcement. When you're out with your friends, look out for each other. Don't let your fucking stupid ass fucked up friend wander off and get kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's all snatched up.
And
Be a
on
good
the
friend.
On the flip side, if you're like a weird serial killer and you're listening to the show, look for the one that's the straggler. That's what you'll take from this show. There's one that's got the little
one that's
they've got the deer legs, the baby deer legs going. You know, they're talking a little bit too loud, a little bit too close to people, and then they sneak off. That's the one you want to get. Are you coming back over here? Yeah. I was just telling the story about when you took off.
Shit.
I completely forgot about this. When you did take a shit, huh?
Jesus.
I told you she took a shit. I know her shit face.
That was my stomach hurt face.
No, I'm just kidding. I was talking about when you took off and you were mad, you wanted to go out, and I had to fucking chase you down like 2 miles away. Do you remember that?
When I wanted to what?
This was after bowling like years ago when we still lived in California, and you wanted to go out after bowling. And you got mad because I said that I didn't want to go out. And Andre had come over, and we were sitting bullshitting. And after like a couple minutes, I was like, where the fuck are you?
Oh, yeah.
And I called you, and you were like fucking...
walking down the street.
No, but you were like 3 miles away. Like you had already gotten... I don't know how you had gotten so far away, but I had to drive down and get you. And it was I was so mad because I was drunk. I didn't want to have to drive. So thanks for that. But that was years ago again.
Yeah, I don't drink like that anymore.
No. You're sober right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Well, we've already said that you're pregnant on the podcast, but... So.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Even before the pregnancy, though, I haven't drank like that. And we don't fight like that like we used to.
Well, that's because when we would fight like that was when we were drunk.
Right.
Yeah. And you're younger.
Yeah.
Fucking
I remember we went to a Patriots game,
Now
dude.
you're
We
all
got
old and
Oh
Yeah,
God, that was bad.
we got so drunk at the Patriots game in San Diego. I went and
Did
met
You were such an ass.
well, we got there and they wouldn't let us check in to the hotel. So when we got there, they were like, we just sat in the hotel, and there was another guy there he was from like Arizona or something, but he was a Boston fan. And so he was there for the game too. So he's like, you guys want some beers? So he had like warm Coors Light. And speaking of Coors Light, this fucking beer is about to get warm. So he had warm Coors Light. We started drinking with him. We start tailgating pretty early, and it's all Patriots fans at this game. It's San Diego. Yeah. So we go to the stadium, and we get there when there's my friend Tara was there from Brockton. And so we partied with her friends and
Lots of
her
shots.
family, and we start drinking, and we're like, they keep offering us food, but we keep rejecting it or forgetting to eat
Yeah,
for
we just
whatever
didn't eat.
reason. We didn't eat at all. So then we start to get into the game. Fucking at this point,
because when you start drinking and you haven't really ate, you like, especially if you drink a beer, you fill up like on that, and you're like having a good time. You don't want to like stop to eat. Like you want to just keep partying. Like
Normally, I'm pretty good about eating too.
yeah,
I like to eat.
yeah,
it's always good to have a good base.
And so we didn't drink, didn't eat anything. We get into the game, and it's a chore to get in there because we had been drinking like Jameson and like drinking hard shit. So we get in, we get to our seats. We go up to get like food or something. I forget what we were going up to get.
I think so.
Food, or we went to the bathroom first, and then we were gonna go get food because
that's
I
right.
needed to fucking eat.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom and I come out, and I'm so drunk that she's still either in the bathroom or I forget where you
Something
were.
like that. I think, yeah.
It was something stupid that
And you thought I left you.
and I thought that she left me. So I went over and just started shit with her immediately. Like, how the fuck did you leave me? Blah, 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 blah. So we're fighting, going back and forth. Like, we blowing up, like, in front of people, like, yelling at each other.
Because he wouldn't back down. I was like, I didn't fucking leave you.
Then we're down at the seats fighting. We go back
Jesus,
up. So
Barry.
it was like a whole big thing.
Yeah, and then he never ate.
And then we get food
We missed
finally.
like half the game.
Yeah. Well, no, we thought we missed half the game. And we come back and it's like the second quarter was just starting. We were so drunk that we like, really thought we missed. She was mad at that. And we like, yeah, she's like,
Then we were fighting
game.
about missing
yeah.
the game. Then we were actually missing the game because we continued to fight.
We only missed like a
Oh my
quarter of the
God.
game. We were so fucking drunk. But we got
Yeah.
food and like
That's
sobered
so-
up a little bit because
yeah.
that was what.
So you guys
That was one of
worked,
the
you
worst
worked it
one.
out.
Yeah, we worked
You got
it out.
food. You watched the rest of the game. Did they win?
They did.
Yeah, they fucking.
They
That was actually one of the
killed
years they won the Super Bowl, and they had to win. I think that game to get some type of home field advantage or some shit, and yeah, that was like the stadium was full of Patriots fans. It was like
Yeah.
a home game basically, so that was fun. We didn't have to really deal with any shit. I mean, Chargers fans aren't that aggressive.
No, they're not.
They're like,
Well, they don't even have their stadium anymore.
yeah. Now they're like they share
Wah,
their stadium with the
wah.
Rams. But the Raiders are going to Vegas. That's going to be fun. I would go to a Vegas Raiders game. But
yeah,
I feel like that would be... I don't know if it's going to be more fucking dangerous
I
or
feel
less
like
dangerous.
it will. I don't know.
I don't know.
The Oakland fans will travel
You should
because Oakland
go.
and
But I feel like
With
as
your
long as you
buddy.
wear their
Yes.
colors... I told them I would. As long as
Yeah.
I would go and wear black. Like I
'Cause
wouldn't
he's a
wear... I wouldn't wear
Raiders fan,
Oakland
right?
shit, but I would just wear black. Like
Yeah,
I would never
we could
go into
never-
a Raiders stadium wearing Patriot shit
No.
like an asshole.
you
I would just be
definitely get
asking
your
for it.
ass kicked or worse.
Yeah.
That would just be asking for
It's
it.
like those fucking Laker fans that ended up smashing that guy's face.
Yeah.
People are
Well, no, that was
crazy.
the Dodgers. The Dodgers fans
Isn't that
are
what I
fucking...
said? What
You
did I
said the
say?
Lakers.
Oh, that's what
Dodgers
I meant.
fans are fucking nuts, man.
Dodgers.
I went to one Dodgers game. This is when I was living in California. I was bartending at Chili or serving at Chili's at this point. And our friend Ann that we used to live with had got tickets to the Dodgers game that day for free from a regular. And then this other guy came in. He was wearing a Four Loko shirt. So we like made a comment like, "Oh, we love Four Loko." This motherfucker went out to his truck, came back with a case and gave it to her and was like, "Yeah, give this out at your bar or whatever, like let people try it." So she just took the whole case. It was like, fuck it. She took the case. We brought it back. So we brought a couple of those Four Locos. We're drinking Four Locos on the way to this fucking
Jesus.
Dodger game, dude.
No good story has Four Locos in
It honestly wasn't that bad.
No.
But the thing I remember is like we parked and then we couldn't find our way into the stadium. That's what took forever. We were so fucked up. We couldn't find how to get to our seats. Like they don't just let you in. You have to walk around the stadium. So we were trying forever to figure out because we didn't have our tickets on us and we had to meet this dude.
Follow the crowd.
Yeah, and
Usually
somebody asked her if she knew what time it was. She's like, I don't have my time watch clock.
Time
She
watch
was hella
clock.
fucked up, dude. It was funny. We were fucked up.
Oh, okay.
But that was like I don't know if those were the Four Locos like that. We're super strong, but those things were fucking deadly when they first came out.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I
Those
don't
things
know
were.
if I ever had that.
It was like
No.
a malt beverage with like that was like a mix of wine and
Ew.
beer, but it was like an
It had
energy
a
drink.
high
An
alcohol
energy drink.
content. Yeah. it
Seriously?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a lot
like
of
it would
caffeine
Sparks?
and
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
like, it was like
people
a
would
Sparks
get really
on crack.
fucked up on. Like it had a lot of alcohol in it.
like you would
If you
drink
drink
one
too many, it
and
might
black
give you a
out.
heart attack.
You
I
were
feel like
guaranteed
Sparks was
you
like
were
that, too.
guaranteed to black out after one of them. If you finished one, you were guaranteed to be blacked out.
Damn.
Yeah, and then if you threw like
Yeah, I never had one of those.
if you threw like pills in the mix, forget it.
Well, why would you do that?
Because I used to be a degenerate.
Yes, Barry used to be.
Now I just stick to the psychedelics. Psilocybin, LSD. I want to try DMT. I haven't tried DMT yet, but
Me neither.
that's on my list. We should do it together.
Oh, that'd be
That'd be
a
like a
fun time for
cousin
the whole
experience.
family.
Not me.
Some good old fashioned family.
No, you don't do
fun.
anything fun. Just
Sorry.
kidding. I kind of like that. Like
James
I honestly
James
don't
is
even
down.
like I don't remember the last time you smoked weed even. Like it's been years since like she doesn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That long?
I kind of like that. Like if I was with somebody who was a pothead, it just
Smoking
wouldn't
all your
be
weed
good.
all the time. Like,
Well,
what the
that,
fuck? You
yeah.
smoked all the weed.
Yeah. That and then
I'd be
like
pissed.
and not everybody's productive when they're high. So it's like
It's
I
true.
can be productive. Like I'll
Me
smoke
too.
weed.
I'm a
I'm
couch
productive.
high, so.
Yeah, I get up and I smoke and I'm like I'm doing stuff.
I'm doing the dishes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cook dinner. I'll take out the trash.
Mhm. I'm
I'm
like,
in
oh, let me
the
smoke
couch.
and work out. Like I'll do shit like that.
Yeah.
Smoke, walk the dog. But like some people are like, let me just take a nap. Out. But yeah. Fucking I can't believe it's already 2020.
That's crazy. I remember when it turned
I saw
2000.
I saw some shit online on the interwebs, and they were talking about how you have to like make sure you sign your check all the way, because if you put just 20, people can put like 19 or
Yeah, I saw that.
but
I don't know why that
Oh,
would really
yeah.
mess with anything that
but
bad.
then I was thinking like
okay.
it's 2020, who still uses fucking checks? Like if they are
Occasionally.
using checks, they're not checking the internet for fucking tips on how to stay safe using their checks.
Touche.
True.
So that was when I worked retail, people would always be like sketched out about paying their bill online and shit, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't like I'd tell them you can pay your bill online with your credit card. Oh, I don't pay anything online. But then they would hand me, a stranger, their card. I would go to the same website that they would use to pay their bill and then pay. So they basically added a middleman
Mm-hmm.
to the process that they thought was insecure.
Yeah, I have a friend she's 50. She just turned 50, and she like pays all her bills in cash. She goes to the bank, takes out the money, and pays it all in cash.
Yeah, there's some people like that.
Yeah.
And I
Especially
just-
like older generations, like in my line of work, like everything's like computerized now. You put your notes and stuff in the computer. Like they're like, oh, but I don't want my information in the computer.
yeah.
When we switched over from like paper at my old job to like doing everything on the computer,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, but I don't want to be in the system. Like, well, you're already
You're already
in
in the
there.
system. Yeah.
You're already really in there. So
Yeah, they're like,
Sorry.
I don't want my information
to
out there like
2020.
that. And then they pull out their wallet and their fucking social security is in there. Like, they lose their purse. That shit's gone. Like,
exactly.
and yes, I said purse because it's probably a woman who's going to lose their shit. I'm just kidding. This is the mostly bitches female women empowerment movement.
That's it's hilarious to me because I think guys lose shit
Oh
all
yeah,
the time.
that's 100%
And they
true.
can't
I was
find
just I just
things.
wanted to
James
say
never
the
knows
name
where
of it.
anything is.
I can't
always
find
have
shit.
to tell
No,
him. Yeah.
you can't find anything.
I think it's just that we see things differently.
You see nothing.
Well, no, it's just that I see things
Exactly.
differently.
Good one, Amy.
I mean,
So true.
we were literally like on the way out and he couldn't find his little edible and he literally, it was like right there, but he could not
Oh, yeah.
find it. He like looked everywhere and he was
And then
like,
we were tripping about like did the
And
dog
you lost
eat
a
the
bag of
edible?
weed too.
I lost a bag of weed
Yeah.
on
You
this
never
trip.
found it.
I haven't found it. I'm pissed about that. That was a lot of weed. It was
he
like
needs
an
a
8.
man purse.
I have a fanny
It's a
pack.
satchel.
I have a fanny pack, but
Oh my God.
I don't wear it enough because I get too much shit. I need like a manly fanny pack. A manny pack.
Well, once we have
That
this
should be a
baby,
thing.
I'm sure you'll have one.
We should.
Dude, when I have a kid, I'm
We
not going to
should,
give a
work on
fuck.
that. We
I'm
should
just going to wear
market
whatever the
that.
fuck I want. I'm going to wear a fucking fanny pack, the manny pack. That shit's probably already a thing, dude. I'm not
Probably.
that clever.
No.
I've probably heard that from something. I've come to the point that I'm not that clever. I understand that. But anyway,
Mhm.
Can you not blow your nose into my mic, please? Jesus.
She was just breathing.
What movies are you guys excited for that are coming out?
I just saw the new Star Wars. Did you see that?
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
like it?
when did you
We
see
saw
it? Did
Last weekend? Saturday? Sunday?
Did we not talk about?
Did we talk about it?
It was good. I liked it. We can spoil it all right, so spoilers if you haven't seen
Spoil, yeah,
Star
turn
Wars
it
because
off.
we've all fucking seen Star Wars. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was like.
See, I really liked it.
I liked it too.
See,
I liked it a lot.
I was happy with the way that it ended. I thought it was better than it was going to be. I wasn't like, oh, this movie fucking sucked dick. But
Mhm.
like, I'm used to Star Wars movies being the way that they are. But as soon
Yeah.
as it ended, my thought was like, all right, when's the next episode of The Mandalorian? Like, that was the first thing that I thought. So I think that's kind of.
I really
I'm at.
liked it. She was really badass at the end of that movie. That was pretty fucking cool.
Ray.
Yeah.
Maybe it was more female, like directed.
I was confused
towards-
at the end. I was like, where'd that other lightsaber come from? And then I like looked up a bunch of stuff online to try and figure out what the fuck it meant.
One was
well,
Luke's,
she-
one was Leia's.
Yeah, but then she buried those and she had a third one. She looked down, she had a third one that was yellow.
That was her new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gathered that.
Yeah.
It was made out of her like scavenger staff or whatever the fuck they call
Yeah,
it.
and then you got to get your little crystal, and it's
Yeah.
weird that I know how much.
Yeah, you gotta get the
lightsaber.
crystal from the guy, you know, at the place,
Yeah.
and then
And she,
I
and it
felt
was
bad-
yellow. What does yellow mean? It means
I
you're like a
don't-
teacher, I think, or something.
There's different. I think it means I think it means you're higher rank. Like there was a dude, he was in the Clone Wars show. I just started watching the Clone Wars show, but he was in something else, one of the games back in the day, and he had a yellow lightsaber, and he was like this badass looking dude.
I thought it was cool how like Kylo Ren's story ended, and when they like did the final battle, she like put the lightsaber behind her, and then all of a sudden like he had a lightsaber. That part was fucking cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like there was a lot. They tied up a lot of shit, and
I was surprised. Were you surprised about her parents or whatever her lineage?
Not really.
No.
Like, oh my god.
Is that the dog? Is he
yeah,
snoring?
the dog's snoring. I felt bad for the homie Finn, because like it felt like every time the whole movie he was just like, Ray, where's Ray? Ray,
Yeah.
is Ray okay? Where's Ray? It's
yeah,
like,
he was
bro,
on her nuts.
It's
could
like
you
that
be
drunk friend
any
that
more
always
fucking
wanders
thirsty?
off. She's like always nowhere to be found.
Well,
Like,
he
where the fuck
seemed
she
more
go?
like
a pathetic
thirsty?
dog.
yeah, like he was in the friend zone, and then when she
Yeah.
kissed homie Ben,
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
I wasn't.
I was like,
expecting
well,
that.
damn, like Finn's been chasing you around this whole fucking movie trying to
Yeah,
tell you
but
some
he
shit.
kissed Rose.
Did he ever tell her what?
Yeah, they're
last
not like a
episode.
thing.
Yeah, he
No.
never told her. What?
I think it was just that he was like force sensitive or some shit.
force sensitive.
Yeah, it just means that like he's more sensitive on the tip of his dick or something. To the force. Yeah, I think that's all it was.
You didn't
I
think he was
liked-
going to be like, I love you.
Yeah, that's kind of how I thought.
Like,
No.
what else would he have had that was
'cause
so
you said
important
that
to tell him?
Because didn't he kiss Rose, whatever? People
Yeah,
were
and the
pissed she
last-
didn't get a bigger thing. I'm like, I don't even fucking
He didn't
remember
even
her.
seem like he was still into her. Was he into that other chick who he met that was a,
That's how I saw
a
it
white
too.
guy? You know,
Who?
I don't know, those white suits. What are they called? Stormtroopers. Thank
You were like those white guys.
yeah, the white guy.
I was like, I thought it was a black lady,
I know,
but
I
I
was
might
like-
have been. We might have seen a
No,
different
it
movie.
was. I was trying to think of Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
Eluded me for some
White
reason.
guys.
The,
That was
the white
funny.
guys, they're dressed in all white. They're not necessarily white.
I
but
liked
they're all dressed in white.
Babu Freet. Was that the little guy, the one who fixed?
Oh my
C-3PO?
God, he was. Is that what you call?
Yeah,
him?
that was his
He
name.
was
Babu
so
Freet.
cute.
He was funny. Yeah,
He was hysterical.
Yeah.
James and I were cracking up at him. James loved him too.
But the Mandalorian, man, that shit just fucking killed it. Like,
I only have seen
I
the
won't-
first
I'm not
episode
gonna-
so far. We just started that.
yeah, I'm
It's
not gonna.
good.
I won't
Literally
get. I
last
won't
night.
get into too much, but like, yeah, it's.
I mean, the first episode was good. I'm excited.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first episode
it's
was the
good.
worst one too.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
the thing. Like, it's
I
just
liked
it
it.
slowly starts to build, and then it gets into it, and it's
It was
like, you're
slow,
like, oh,
but yeah,
fuck.
it was good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's good, and they only
I
do
mean,
like
we'll
8
probably
episodes.
go through it super quick. Yeah,
If-
because there's.
Yeah.
I think there's 9. I
we had to
checked.
wait week to week. We would have
Well, now I
plowed,
got 'em
through
all.
it if it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it twice because
We just
I didn't
finished
want to wait
Watchmen.
for
You
her.
guys watched Watchmen?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
That
watched
was
Watchmen.
fucking
That was
crazy.
I liked
That
it.
was all.
Yeah,
How that all tied in.
some
Very.
big blue dick.
There was Big Blue Dick.
No, it was good because I liked the original Watchmen. So I
So
thought it
did
was
I,
cool that
yeah.
they did like they gave Hooded Justice the origin story and shit.
That was pretty
So I
cool.
thought that
Yeah,
was
I
good.
liked that old guy, the actor. He's cool. He's good.
For which one?
The
Oh,
old
for Hooded
guy,
Justice.
Justice,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a good.
Yeah, he was good. But yeah, that was a good show. I
That
thought
was
it
a
was
good show.
They tied it up well,
Yeah.
and they did the.
I was confused for a while, but then so basically at the end there they said that the captain that died, that was like a father to her or whatever, was really like the family got close to her because they knew he was
Wait,
something.
what?
You know, the white guy that died like the first episode
Mhm.
of Watchmen, the captain or chief
Mhm.
or whatever the fuck they call him, that got hung by the grandfather, or
Uh-huh.
hung himself, really, whatever. He and the wife were in that, like, what do they call it? That
The
group.
Cyclops, or whatever they were
Yeah,
called.
Cyclops. Yeah. And then when she was given the speech, like, beforehand, where he was, before he thought he was going to, like, I don't know, get his powers, and then he turned into a puddle of goo. Instead, he had said something like that to the wife, like, oh, you know, you've all helped us along the way. And he said, like, different people's, like, roles, and, like, him and her husband got close to Angela because they knew that he was, like, Dr. Manhattan or whatever.
I have to
her
go back
husband.
and watch it.
So I was trying to figure out, like, how that all tied in. Like, was he really, like, you know, Klansman or whatever in this group? And
I think so.
because it seemed like they had a close relationship, but no, they were really fucking assholes. So
Yeah,
fuck
I think
that guy.
they were. I think they were like in that, like, because
Yeah.
he said they were fighting him for like he's been fighting him for generations and shit.
It's crazy.
And so, yeah, that was a good show. They've got a lot of shit coming out for Netflix because I think Dark Horse has some shit coming out. So there's gonna be like a lot more. Oh, did you watch The Boys?
The Boys.
Yeah.
What's that?
The Boys. It was on Amazon. It was like like superheroes. It's like if they exist, and then like the boys basically keep them in check. Some kind of like this dude's girlfriend gets killed. They call them soups. So this dude's girlfriend gets killed in the
They're
first
like
episode by accident.
celebrity.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
like
explaining it very well.
I know, fucking. It's like corporations own these superheroes, and they like, you know.
So they're basically like celebrities that have these powers.
And they have publicists and shit, and they're all assholes because they have all these powers, and so it's like, what if in real life?
Like Justin Bieber with superpowers.
Yeah, so it's like basically they treat them like super celebrities, and they do
No
appearances and all that shit, and like, and so yeah, but it's a
And
good
they kind
show.
of do it more for fame than for like actually helping people.
I
It's
just
funny.
got
It's
Prime, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
and that
yeah,
and
it's
Mrs.
good.
Maisel.
What about? Isn't there one about like
Marvelous
God and the
Mrs.
devil
Maisel
or something?
Amazon Prime is really
Good
funny.
Omens or something. Is
Yeah,
that
I don't
Amazon
know.
Prime?
I didn't. We started that.
Or is
And
that something-
apparently, it's
Which
a
one?
book. You should probably read the book. I heard the
Good
book's better.
Omens. Oh, is it a book? Oh,
Yeah.
see, now I'll have to read the book before
What
I
is
watch it.
Well, because I heard the book's better than
Good,
Good
Omens, I think.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
We watched like part of the first episode, and you were like, "This looks stupid." We shut it off.
Isn't
It
it something
did.
about like? I heard it was good, like angels or something. or
Angels and demons. I don't know.
demons. I don't know.
We haven't even finished. We tried to finish Preacher. We still have 3 episodes of Preacher left to finish.
After I
Mhm.
haven't watched anything after the first season. Like we kind of like
It was good, and then it was
fell
just kind
off.
of. It was
the
like.
first season, the way it ended, I was like, this is this.
Well, that's how it happens in the comic book.
It was just weird.
That's pretty much what happened. The first season was pretty much like the first
You know,
issue of the comic book.
Everyone knows you need angel hands to call God.
Mm-hmm. But it got good, and then it got kind of like, it just kind of dragged out, and like the last season was just like
How many seasons are there?
3.
Three.
We just have to finish that. We have to finish Legion. We have like 3 episodes of Legion.
Mhm.
Legion was good. That's like
Isn't that like an X-Men? I
kind
haven't
of.
watched
They don't
that.
say X-Men. Professor X is in it towards the end, but they don't ever call him Professor X, and so it's just they have Legion and then like the Shadow King, but they never. I don't think they ever call him Professor X or Charles Xavier or anything.
That's good.
But you know who he is.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's weird as fuck. It's
The
not
first
like,
season was really
it's
good.
more of like a mind fuck.
The second season got weird.
I like this.
Are we on the second or third?
No, we're on the 3rd. I like this season. It's slower. It's like slower pace. It's really trippy.
Yeah.
It's all like weird visual shit, and like the whole first season you're inside his mind basically, and you don't know that you're in his mind, and like it's weird shit. So it's a good show. But anyway, we're getting close to like an hour, so we can fucking finish up.
Woo woo.
You guys have anything else you want to talk about? Any like lady issues that you want to bring up while we're giving you this platform? I'm probably gonna lose some followers and subscribers thanks to this episode, but
Fuck off, Perry.
I'm willing to take the chance because I'm a progressive, and I'm looking to move the country forward. So I'm doing my part for you and yours.
Blah blah.
I'm the Great White Hope, bitches.
Oh my god.
No, nothing.
On that note,
What are predictions for the game tonight?
Winning.
the Patriots are gonna win.
But what's like scores?
I don't know.
How many
feel like-
how
I
many
mean,
home runs
I
is
feel
Tom
like
Brady
it'll-
gonna shoot?
Home
shoot-
runs?
How many home runs is Tom Brady gonna kick into the net?
Okay, is that
At least
because
one
we're
every
females,
period,
you
you know?
asshole? You actually know stuff about football, you dick. I feel like it'll be a close game. It'll be good, but Brady will come out and fucking show him up
Like he always does.
because
Most
he's
of
a
the time. Mostly.
veteran.
I wish they had that extra week, but I think we're gonna have to
I
work
mean,
with
honestly,
what we got.
our
At least it's
offense
home.
is not great. So
At least
I mean,
we're home.
yeah, exactly, we're home,
Yeah.
and
Amy
they-
was ready to
the
buy tickets to
playoffs.
that game,
Yeah, I
but
was.
It's a
it's
fucking
like
shitty day.
it's shitty
Yeah.
out, and it's
I
like
looked at the
$200 for the nosebleed
Yeah.
section. You have to be a real psycho to go to a game in
Honestly,
this
it's
weather.
more.
and then
yeah.
you can't see
These
shit,
are the people
especially
that
if it's
these are
foggy
the people
and
that go to
stuff.
those
It's not
games.
enjoyable. You're so
It's
miserable.
freezing.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
The people that go to
I've done
those
that.
games are the people that like you need those people because you need their fandom, but they're also the people that will like let a fucking loss ruin their entire year. It's like you gotta pump your brakes, bro. So we need those
Right.
people
Yeah,
for the
I
sake of the
guess.
game, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
anyway. So should we wrap it up?
Preseason is the best time to go to a game because it's the only time it's really warm here for football.
Yeah, and nobody really cares about the scores. You just get drunk.
It's just nice, and the weather's perfect because it's like fall.
Yeah, well, preseason's like hot. It's like August, September. You can still get good games in September and October, but we still haven't been to a game in Seattle. We should probably get to one.
No.
If the
No.
Patriots were to go there,
They're playing this year. They're playing in Seattle
So
this
where
year.
were you when you saw that game? that you
In
guys
San
fought
Diego.
at? Oh yeah.
yes,
We went and saw them in San Diego. Where else did we see? We've seen the Patriots play. No, I went and saw the Red Sox play in Anaheim. That's what it was. Anyway, well, fucking, this is Vacation Part 2.
Woo woo.
The Mostly Bitches Female Empowerment episode.
that wasn't really.
Yeah. What did we talk about?
We talked about tampons.
We did not.
You did.
just
randomly.
said tampons.
Yeah, you just used the word.
All right.
And that's not something female empowering, just to talk about tampons.
Right.
I mean, you want to talk about Susan B. Anthony or
No,
no?
we're good.
No, good. We talked about Ray.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I like her.
There we go.
We do
Get
like
it, girl.
her.
We briefly mentioned Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
She's
Yeah.
awesome. You should
You know
watch
what
it.
I'm excited for? The Black Widow movie.
That looks dope.
That does look really
that
good.
looks dope. I'm
Yeah.
excited for the male characters, but
In the movie? Oh, no.
No,
There's
like-
none in the movie. Like the other movies.
I'm
being
excited for
made.
Red Guardian.
That's going to be a cool one,
let's say
too.
like the Russian Captain America.
Aren't they supposed to do
No,
like
he's
a-
in Red Guardian is in Black Widow.
Oh, is he?
He's like the Russian. He's David Harbour from
Oh.
Stranger Things. Plays him.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
commercial.
I saw
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I love that show, too, Stranger Things. I like him specifically.
He's
What
good.
else is coming out this year for, like, Marvel movies? Anything?
They got the Eternals. So the Eternals is like
Oh, yeah.
Galactus and all.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude from Silicon Valley, the Pakistani dude.
Oh, yeah, he got ripped.
He got fucking ripped for it.
Who? Silicon Valley? I don't know.
Silicon Valley, the show.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen it.
It's good. You should watch it. It's done, but
It's on HBO.
it's on HBO. I'm trying to think what else is coming
So
out.
there's
Black
supposed to be
Panther
like
2, Guardians
Oh.
3. I'm excited for
Yes.
DC because DC's got
Excited for Guardians 3 and Black Panther
DC's
2.
got James Gunn's
Guardians 3?
They
Suicide
have a Wonder
Squad.
Woman, too.
They got
Wait, they're doing-
Wonder Woman 1984. They have
They're not doing
Suicide
a
Squad.
Suicide Squad. They're doing Birds of Prey.
They're doing Birds of Prey and they're doing Suicide Squad.
Like redone.
When
or
Marvel
two.
fired James Gunn from Suicide Squad or from Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Mm-hmm.
he went to DC to do Suicide Squad, to redo Suicide Squad. And then Marvel hired him back, and he was like, well, I want to finish Suicide Squad, and then he's going to go back and do Guardians 3. So he's doing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then he's doing Suicide Squad. So Suicide Squad's
he's
going to
crossing
be...
over. That's
Suicide Squad's going to be
quite
dope.
So they're just going to forget the first Suicide Squad
Yeah,
that
it was
made.
dog shit. I think a couple people are staying, but I think...
I hope Harley Quinn stays because she was the only good part
yeah,
of the
Harley
movie.
Quinn's going to be in it.
Yeah, well, yeah, Margot Robbie.
So yeah, they are
specifically.
keeping some. But yeah, some of that movie was good.
Birds
but-
of Prey looks good.
Birds of Prey looks
I
pretty
like
good, yeah.
Margot Robbie. So.
Margot Robbie's pretty hot.
Yeah,
Did you
she
see
makes-
Bombshell?
No,
I didn't
that looked
watch it.
good though.
I want to watch Once Upon a
But
Time in
you've
Hollywood.
seen Wolves of Wall Street with her?
Yeah.
You get a full
Oh,
frontal.
yeah.
Get a lot of her in that movie.
Oh yeah. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
She's hot though. Yeah.
She's pretty hot.
What about Tanya? She was pretty hot in that as Tanya Harding.
Oh, I didn't see
didn't
that,
see it,
but
no.
she,
There's a-
did,
I used to
she
see a
looked
lot
a
of
lot
movies.
like her when they did her up for the movie. It was kind
Yeah.
of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that she gets it, not Nancy or whatever.
I know it's weird that they made a movie about the person who like.
Attacked.
Who? Yeah.
That's how fucked up. Well, that's
She's
probably,
the dramatic one,
yeah. I still remember when that happened. She's like,
Nancy
why?
Kerrigan.
Why?
though. Well, it's fucked up.
That was fucked
She
up.
ruined her career.
It was funny.
No.
I'm just kidding. It was fucked up.
Oh, didn't she come back and still beat
I don't
her
know.
or whatever?
Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that shit up. I don't know.
Who knows?
I can't remember. I was like a kid. It was like a big deal. I don't really give a shit about the Olympics anymore or anything like that.
Yeah.
But when we were younger, it was like, oh, the Olympics is on. Everybody watches
Mhm.
it, you know?
Now the
I liked the
internet's-
gymnastics and the skating when I was
It's
a kid.
cool, yeah. I liked it when I was a kid. I'll watch it now. I just don't.
Not as invested, yeah. Although I liked the summer women's volleyball too.
Mm.
I got into that the last time, like 4 years ago or whatever.
I watched that.
I bet you will.
Brazil's my favorite team.
Sure
I
they
bet
are.
it
They're not
is.
very good.
You just like to see their booties bouncing around.
Pretty much. All right. We can wrap it up. 'cause
All
we're
right.
like going on an hour.
Peace out.
Later.
Bye.